this, right? You see this. And it's very, very deep. This is not so simple. Not many men understand this, and not many women understand this, but it's a very deep dynamic that goes on. Because often the man is called a mashpia, the woman is called a makabel. Now people often wonder, what does that mean? I mean, a woman is plenty mashpia, and a man is plenty makabel. Women give a lot, and men are needy, men need a lot. But there's a very profound component to this term. Because there's an expression in Gemara about marriage. It's very powerful. Ein isha kaireses bris ela lami sha'asa kli. Right? It's a very profound statement. Chazal say, a woman does not create a covenant only with the person who made her a vessel. Which is their way of saying that there's a loyalty that a woman has to a husband, a complete dedication that she has, to the point that, I'm just using these words, I don't mean these words literally. Hashem made a woman that every month she becomes a keli for a child. The uterus develops, the rechem, from the word rachum, compassion, develops in a way that it's ready to carry something. It's ready to be a makabel. It's literally a clay reikon, a cholol reikon. That's what it is. A cholol reikon in order to be able to absorb a child. But what's true with a child is also true in her relationship. That a woman in a marriage, in the ideal situation, opens herself up and empties herself, waiting for a husband to fill it with love, with respect, with confidence, with guidance, with inspiration. And the man has the responsibility and the ability to be able to be there that way. And she's kaireses bris, she will make a covenant. A covenant means, when you make a kaireses bris, it's a complete loyal commitment. But two things have to happen. Number one, she has to be able to be makabel from him. If he shows up and there's nobody there, right? A woman tells you, your wife tells you, I really don't need you. Just do your own thing. Some men think they like it, because you could stay home, you could stay in shul till 12 o'clock, you can go here, you can go there. But it frustrates a marriage. Much worse is, the makabel shows up and there's no mashpia. The makabel empties out the space and there's nobody to fill it. Now it could be he's too scared, he doesn't have confidence, he thinks he's a nobody, he's busy, he's occupied, he's stressed, he's overwhelmed, he's detached. But the womb is here and there's nobody to fill it. So the makabel emptied everything out. In other words, I redefined myself as a makabel of you. And what am I left? And I'm just, what's the word? Yeah. I'm left to hang dry. That's a very painful reality. The mashpia who doesn't give, okay, he remains with a lot of stuff. It's painful, it's frustrating if he doesn't have who to give to. But the makabel who doesn't have that person to fill up, over here there's a certain sense of very deep abandonment. It's a form of, I don't want to sound very dramatic, but it's a form of very deep psychological and emotional death. Like there's a little bit of a murder here, in the sense that I emptied myself out, and this is what I was waiting for. This is what I was hoping for. And there's nothing left. So what am I left with? I'm left with nothing. My old self, I got rid of. The new self, the new relationship that I invested everything in the relationship, nobody showed up. I'm left to hang. And that creates a very deep sense of abandonment and pain that most women can't even articulate what it is. Because it's a very, very subtle thing. And in today's culture, where there's so much confusion of roles and who everybody is, you can't even speak this language. But this is the truth. This is the truth. If you're very honest about relationships and their potential and their ideal state, this is what happens very, very often. And this doesn't mean a woman only receives, because as we see, the student brings out the deepest things in the teacher. Mitalmida, you learn much more from your students than you learn from your rebbes and you learn from your colleagues. Everybody knows the most you learn in life is from your wife. Right?
You're all looking at me like I was mechadish this in 2019. You don't know this? Reb Moshe, who do you learn most from?